All right, guys, welcome to another build episode. My name is Cody Groom. Today we're in Boston. Now, we're freezing our ass off, but we have a nice car for you guys. It is a E92 M3. Now, talk a little bit about the E92 M3 history. So the S65 was BMW's last naturally aspirated V8. It had 414 horsepower and had a red line of 8250. This thing just screamed. Now, today's build isn't a stock E92 M3, nor is it making 414 horsepower, but this thing is really, it's a personalized E92 M3. He's done a lot of cosmetic mods, he's done a lot of performance stuff. But at the end of the day, this is his rendition of what he wanted his E92 M3 to look like. But anyway, enough of me talking, let's check this out. Jesus.
My car is a 2013 E92 M3. The reason why I chose this chassis is because of the V8. Insane motor, sounds insane. There's nothing like it.
Where did the car start for you?
I think it was around when I was 14. I just started dreaming about cars and building a car. And when I was 15, believe it or not, I started working when I was like 11, delivering newspapers, saving my money. And at 15, I bought a 71 split bumper Camaro with a 350 in it. And immediately I started putting a Harley carb, manifold, Edelbrock, changed the exhaust. My father was pissed because the garage was like, it was no longer his. And then from there, I just kind of had the itch. My dad had Mustang Bosses, GTOs, Roadrunners, you name it. And in fact, I got a scar here from him racing me when I was like 3 months old and hitting the dash, like in my mother's lap. Like, it was just crazy, I was set on black with a red interior, and I found Interlagos blue. I love the Interlagos blue, but you don't see the lines on the car and the body as much, and then the carbon fiber doesn't stand out as much. It's matte ice titanium red. It's matte, but it looks satin. It's a pretty cool color. I'm happy with it. They say it's the lightweight edition. It has no navigation, no iDrive, no power seats other than the power lumbar. It was pretty stripped down, but it was exactly what I wanted. I knew I was going to build it. The outside, I've got a full Inman aero kit. Carbon fiber front splitter with a hard motorsport bottom splitter to protect it. Carbon fiber rear diffuser, 3-piece set. I got a carbon fiber rear wing. I wasn't a big wing guy at all. I definitely wasn't gonna put a wing until I had a supercharger and the power to kind of back it up. Yeah. I like this wing because it's just kind of low key. It's not super big. It's kind of unique. There's no other designs like that one. It's by Morph Auto Design, and it's a GT wing. It's funny, it's like one of my favorite mods is my headlights. Mod Emporium over in New York built them for me, and it just changed the whole look of the front of the car. And it's like, I know it's like one of the most simplest mods, but it just changed the whole front of the car. It just updated it. I went with the Stop Tech brakes. I had 4-piston in the back, 6-piston in the front.
Talk a little bit about the wheels and tire setup.
I have BC Forged, 2-piece wheel. They're bronze, satin bronze and gloss bronze. They're 19-inch, 10 in the front, 11 in the back. 275 tires in the front, 295 in the back. Michelin PS4s, love the tire, super sticky, great around here.
With the interior, what's going on there?
The interior, there's no back seat. We got a full carbon fiber back seat from Dinman. I think there's only like 7 or 8 people that have them. I've got brown front seats. I have a CEA shifter, custom carbon fiber steering wheel with perforated leather, and then a ton of carbon inside. As far as the engine, I have a 650 ESS supercharger. Just running the ESS tune that comes with it. I have the Snow Performance methanol in the trunk, and that's about it for engine mods. Other than that, the exhaust finishes it off. The exhaust, I have Bimmer World X pipe, no resignators, no cap. Their design is one of the best designs. The X design's up closer by the headers, you get more horsepower. And cat back, I have Valvetronic.
They're getting the thing strapped up on the dyno right now. We're gonna run it and see what it makes today. Give you guys an actual dyno. So instead of him saying how much power he makes, we can actually see it, see what's happening, and you guys will know that he's not lying, because this thing is loud.
Specifically on the E92s or anything that has a long final drive, I don't really go 1-to-1 because I don't want to do 150 or 160 on the dyno. Fourth gear, something like that, which would be like a 1.25 or 1.3, something like that. Basically, you run the thing at 3,000 RPMs. In your test gear, you hit calibrate, and then they're perfectly matched. So the RPM is actually calculated based on roller speed.
All right. That's insanely loud though, that's crazy. Oh my God. So they've ran it probably like 3 or 4 times, just kind of calibrating, dialing it in and everything. Damn! Jesus. Like a BMW. Dude. Like, no. It's so damn loud. All right, so talk to me a little bit about what we had going on or on the previous run and then today's run.
Okay, so here is, let me minimize the previous run before. So this is the run from today. By comparison to our initial warm-up run, we've made a little bit more power by comparison, somewhere in the ballpark of 20 wheel, which at 500 wheel horsepower, 20 wheel is like a margin of 2.5% or 3%. By comparison to the previous run where the cars before another day, during that dyno day, it made 602. And you can see, I mean, you can see where the run time is a little bit longer before and after on these runs. You know, maybe my RPM window is a little bit wider, or my ramp time is a little bit different, which can, you know, skew the number a little bit. Really, the margin of error can show a drastic difference in power number and torque number. You know, when we are doing back-to-back stuff, or we're trying to record results or whatever from improvements of a kit or from parts, we'll make sure that all of our parameters are the same. That's just, you try to just make all your variables consistent, and then the only thing that can obviously change is what you've modified.
So looking at these runs, so you had 602 wheel horsepower when you guys ran it originally, right? And then 545 and 562 today.
Yeah, and these runs, I mean, the 545 and 562, those were identical parameters, you know, back to back, a difference of 10 minutes, you know, just in air temp and coolant temp in the motor, letting the thing cool down a little bit between runs. I mean, you can pick up, you know, 20 off of 500 is, you know, 3%, 2.5%. So that equates to chasing 2 horsepower at 200.
Yeah.
Which is, you know,
yeah, that's
when
insane.
you're splitting hairs, it like gets pretty intense, but.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sweet.
A lot of guys and girls, I just think once you start modding, it just becomes a hobby, and it's just, I'm pretty artistic. I'm a stonemason, so I'm an artistic kind of guy, and I feel like I can kind of put that into my car as well and kind of express myself. And then of course it's just getting in it and driving it, you know. I can't tell you how many times where I have a stressful day and I just want to go home. I jump in my car and I just hit the highway and no music on, and I'm just cruising, and I'll cruise for about an hour, 2 hours, and I go home, and that was an awesome night, you know. And I think that's what it is.